Our next guest is Pattie Sadler from
Hi, Mike.
Visalia.
Hi, Mike.
Is this your first time on Central Valley Talk?
Yes, it is.
For
Thank
7
you.
years, and Pattie's never been on our show.
She's made it now.
She's made it. Now, you are a life coach.
Yes.
What is that?
Basically, what I do is I help people to achieve their greatest goals. The name of my project is New Life Clarity Project. We focus on the 5 different areas of one's life, being spirituality, personal relationships, financial and career, your physical and health, and your personal development. And what we do is we work on each one per week, and we build a synopsis of how and where you'd like to be, and I help you to have the tools to gain those goals.
Now, you need all 5?
You need all 5.
You need
You've
to be
got to
balanced?
have, yes, you've got to be balanced. And what we do basically is we create a synopsis, and it's a positive reinforcement of
Like
each
you
area.
electrocute them if they do the wrong thing? or
No, no,
something?
no, no. They write out a synopsis of each area, and it's in the present tense, and it's in positive form, as all the goals they want to create. And then what we do when we complete the project is we actually record the client's voice saying their life vision to Baroque music. Baroque music actually breaks the barrier between the subconscious and the conscious mind. And we do believe what we tell ourselves. So as a result, we can meditate to this and we can tell ourselves what we want to achieve. And it's amazing some of the things that can be manifested by creating your life vision.
That's fascinating. Now, I'm one who knows that it's easier to get there if you know where you're going, or you
Yes.
decide where you want to be.
Yes.
And so many just don't know. First, they don't believe that they can do it.
Right.
Second, they don't have the ability to visualize that they can actually do something bigger and better.
The great thing is that with a coach you can learn a lot of things about yourself. You can actually work on each area separately. I do work one-on-one with my clients, and I do guarantee results. I really enjoy the process because I've seen so many people manifest. And yes, you have to kind of know where you want to go, but you can also create this in your life vision where you want to go and start getting the clarity by putting it down on paper and deciding where you want to be next year or next week, whenever.
People didn't believe me or always push it aside when I say I write out my goals. Is that unusual to do that, or is it important to do that?
It's actually important to do that because when we write things down, we put them to reality. We put them out there. So it's important to write things down. And then, it's of course important the messages that we tell each other, because when we're telling ourselves negatives, then we believe the negatives. When we tell ourselves the positives, then we believe the positives. And so that's why this is such an exciting program, because we record it, we meditate to it, we believe what we tell ourselves. We have the tool of the music that creates the breaking down of the two, conscious and subconscious, and it manifests things to come to reality.
Now, another thing I do, I'm just living, you're a professional, and you understand it better than those of us who are just kind of trying to chug through. But another thing I do with my goals is I say them out loud to people around me. It drives them crazy, my kids and my wife. But I feel it's important that other people know where I'm heading to, because if they know, they can help me get there, or they can see where I'm going and understand what I'm trying to do.
There's a lot to be said about putting it out there, because if we keep it inside and we don't, put it out there for the universe, for the people around us to see what we want to create, we send messages to others around us as well. So it's important to put it out there rather than keep it inside.
And what about the naysayers around you that say, oh, you can't do that? Is that a common problem?
There's a lot of naysayers out there, but we are what we believe. We are all capable of the highest of possibilities. We all have a divine greatness inside of us. That means that we are all capable of reaching a high potential. And I believe that there is nothing literally that cannot be accomplished by a person if they really truly want it.
Now, I've always theorized that, I call it actualize when I say it out loud, but I've always felt that prayer is part of that actualization, of saying it out loud. At least you're convincing yourself.
Yes, I think that's important too. That's part of the spiritual aspect, and each section that we work on individually until it's just perfect for that client. But we start out with the spirituality and your relationships there. We talk about your personal relationships, because you've got to have a clarity in all areas. In order to have that clarity, we break it down and really focus and dissect each part so that they can be clear on where they want to head.
So you will have, it's mostly one-on-one sessions with people?
Yes, and I also do group sessions as well, and I also have a webinar that's involved, and there is a 6-month involvement with the community, but it's a 6-week program, one-on-one coaching, yes.
And where do they start? Where do they even begin?
Come to my website at Pattie Sadler, PattieSadler.com, or call me at 559-679-6694, and let's have a consultation and see where you're headed and if we can't reach those goals together.
Well, I would imagine the hardest step is that first step, just contacting you. I mean,
Just contact
you make it
me,
easy.
yes. I make it easy. I'll give you the tools, and you can use this tool over and over and over again, and I can guarantee that you'll be able to manifest some magnificent things. So just give me a call, and let's get you started today.
So it's free just to call and talk to you.
Oh, of course it is,
Just
yes.
call and ask. Just say,
Yeah.
what? I didn't even know where to start or where to begin or even what you're talking about. Call me.
Yes.
Now, what about your book? You have a book? too?
I'm working on a book. I'm actually working on 2 right now. One is a ghost write of a police officer, and I can't indulge into that too much right now because it is a ghost write. And the other is a life story. It's a transformational story as well, and that'll be out by 2015. It's called Make Me a Miracle, and I'm sure I'll be back on here talking about that pretty soon. So.
Now, we're almost out of time, but let me ask you this. I know it's probably a private thing you do with people. It's their personal life, very private. Can you give us a little example of something that's worked or where somebody's been able to change?
Yeah. I've had some ladies, I had one lady in particular who did the program, and she didn't really see that it could possibly work for her, but she actually started to do everything that I gave her in order. And she manifested, she wanted to start her own business. She actually manifested it by the end of the year. And she was making up to $50,000 within that period of time because she was able to decide and get clear as to where she wanted to head. Now, she was clear where she wanted to go in the first place, but we had to set the grounds for her to create that and make it happen. But,
Right.
you know, it can happen for anybody.
Get the path laid out. Now,
Yeah.
and now you're certified.
Yes, I am. I'm a certified ideal life vision coach, and so, yes.
Okay, one more time. What's your website?
It's Pattie Sadler, PattieSadler .com.
PattieSadler.com.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, especially if you're in Visalia, call Pattie, Pattie, Pattie Sadler, or call us. We'll put you in touch with her. You're watching Central Valley Business. I'm Mike Briggs. We're going to have more businesses up right after this.